This is the Curry Motor Speedway, Coimbatore, one of India's most technical and demanding racetracks. And this is where dreams come to be tested. Welcome to the KTM Cup Season 3, the grand finale. Nearly 200 riders across India, from Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi and Guwahati entered the KTM Cup Season 3. 4 cities, hundreds of dreams, one goal. The selection rounds were grueling. Each zonal qualifier pushed riders through timed sessions, skill evaluations, and the kind of pressure that separates those who want it from those who truly need it. From over 200 riders, only the fastest 80 made it here, to this track, to this moment.
I'm here for the first time, and now that I'm here, it changed everything.
Correct.
The way a bike is meant to be ridden. All the concepts, all the thoughts that I had in my mind,
Right.
all the corners, how you should be, what a lean is, what your body posture should be like, what to attempt when, everything, it got changed.
Day 1 at Curry was all about preparation, in every sense of the word. Riders checking in, bikes being set up in the paddock, you could feel the quiet energy building. There are detailed briefing sessions explaining track layout, racing lines, flag signals and safety protocols. The coaches don't just talk about speed, they talk about control. KTM provides every rider with full racing gear. Suits, boots and protectors all go through strict safety scrutiny before a single wheel turns on track. Because at this level, preparation isn't optional, it's everything. And then, the bikes go out for the practice sessions in different categories: pros, amateurs, women and media. The first laps are exploratory. But slowly, lap by lap, you can see the confidence growing, lines getting cleaner, and the corner speed building.
Practice sessions were 3, and in those 3 practice sessions, they completely divide how a rider should be riding and how a rider should be carrying himself on a track. And that is actually very insightful. For a newbie, for an amateur like me, It was a great moment actually.
There's still a few challenging corners that need some more practice and guidance. But reviewing laps, making small adjustments to the technique and mindset is all we need. And in between sessions in the paddock, riders connect. Stories from their cities, talk about bikes and their journeys, and this community is growing in every direction. The women's category at KTM Cup is a powerful reminder that racing in India is no longer a single story. These women didn't come here to be included. They came here to compete, and they did with everything they had. And then he arrives, Thane Pedrosa, one of the greatest motorcycle racers to ever live, and now a KTM factory test rider who has chosen to be here at this track with these riders. For many of them, this was a moment they will never forget. Thane spent time with the riders in the paddock not as a distant celebrity, but as a fellow racer. He guided us about racing lines, about body positioning, about finding the limit, and about what it means to be smooth at speed. I also had the privilege of sitting with him, not just to talk about racing, but beyond that.
Fear don't disappear.
Right.
So it's more about dealing it. Do you transmute fear into fuel,
Right, yeah.
or you allow fear to freeze you,
Right.
control you, shake you, you know?
Right.
So fear is always there because it's a mechanism to protect you, which is correct to have. You have to be aware of the risk, aware of the possibilities, aware of the margins where you can go through, where not, etc. So fear is something that if you take it as a friend, you can go along.
Right.
But if you try to basically cancel fear, no fear, I don't want fear,
Right.
you are in fear.
Right. It consumes you.
Yes, so it controls you.
We talked biker to biker about bikes, mistakes, pressure, and everything in between. And I realized something sitting there. Even at the very top, the love for riding is still the same. That doesn't go away. It only grows. And then, he did something incredible.
That is Thane Pedrosa, and I'm gonna be riding with him.
He got on a bike and rode with us on the track. Not to show off, not to demonstrate the gap between a legend and an amateur like me, but to ride with us, to share the track and to say, without words, I see you, and this matters. And despite him not even trying to go fast, we could see how easily he drifted away with such grace and disappeared only to slow down ahead and guide us at the next corner. After the motivation from the legend himself and the practice sessions, it was now time for the Superpole. One session, every rider pushing for their single fastest lap, because your lap time here decides where you start the race. In Superpole, you're not racing anyone around you. You're racing the track and the time. Every tenth of a second carries a weight that is difficult to explain unless you felt it. And just like everyone else, I gave my absolute best in the Superpole for the media category of racers, using every skills that I have and things I've learned in the briefing sessions by Danny and the coaches. And when the checkered flag drops on the Superpole, the grid is set and the hierarchy is decided. And guess what? I managed to score a third position on the grid in the media race. And now, all that's left is the race. There are no more practice laps, no more walkthroughs, no more adjustments to be made. Everything you are as a rider, your skill, your preparation, your courage, is about to be laid bare on this track in front of everyone. As I sat on the grid, waiting for the lights to go out, I thought about our journey from the selection rounds in Mumbai. The briefings, the practice sessions, learning from Danny, everything strolled past my mind. And I felt grateful, not just to be competing, but to be here, in this community, on this machine. And the race erupts. The moment the race begins, everything narrows, the crowd disappears, the noise becomes white, and all that stays is you, the bike, and the track. You learn very quickly on a racetrack that speed is not the weapon, but a byproduct of smoothness. I gave everything I had in that race. Every corner, every straight, every braking zone, and every lap. And within minutes, the checkered flag came out, and I managed to finish third in the media category.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Keep applauding, come on.
A podium on my first ever goddamn race. I don't have words. In the pro category, Johan Emanuel took a dominant victory. In women's, Lani Zena Fernandez topped the podium. And in amateurs, Karthik R claimed the win. But the winners don't just take home trophies. The champions from these three categories earn an all-expense-paid trip to the Austrian Grand Prix, along with exclusive pit access and a visit to the KTM Motor Hall in Austria. From the streets of Indian cities to the paddock of MotoGP. This is what KTM Cup represents. I've been to a lot of events and I've covered a lot of stories, but this one felt different because this wasn't just a race. This was proof that racing culture in India is not emerging anymore. It has arrived. 200 riders entered this season. 80 made it to the finale, and every single one of them, whether they stood on the podium or not, walked away changed.
The shape of KTM Cup Season 3 is thanks to the ideas, the feedback that we continue to get from our customers, from those guys who are so passionate about the motorcycles we make. Each morning I get to work inspired by the amount of love and affection that the KTM customers and fans have for the brand and the motorcycle.
And this was a massive mindset shift in me too. I finally recognized the racer in me. I could see the adrenaline and ambition rise in me as I rode, learned and grew. And I just can't go back from here. There's something that has permanently changed in me and a lot that will change as a result of that. Thank you for watching.